In this video, I'll be sharing the ways that most of us have learned to ignore how we really feel about many things on a day-to-day basis. This is why we don't feel good, be it mentally, emotionally, or physically, or all of the above. And crucially, what the answer to all of it is. I'll be sharing with you the two main areas of your life to focus on in order to feel better in mind and body. When I talk about the root cause of chronic health conditions being the build-up of suppressed emotions or emotional issues, what do I really mean? Well, first of all, it's not always about childhood trauma, but our lived experiences throughout life most definitely shape us, often at an unconscious level, allowing certain beliefs and patterns of being to develop. Beliefs and patterns that perhaps don't actually belong to us. This can often mean that we are not being true to ourselves, so not living as we really desire to live, and this means that we are suppressing emotions on an ongoing basis. It means that things and or people seem to be getting in the way of us spending our time doing what we enjoy most and really fulfills us. This might be because we've learned from society or our family or community that we should do certain things or act in certain ways. For example, in Western society, it is generally expected that we go to school, we decide what we want to do for a living even years before we finish school, then go on to train or study in the appropriate field. After that, we get a job and work full-time. It's perfectly normal not to enjoy our job and even be extremely stressed out by it. Therefore, spend our weekends numbing our negative emotions through short-lived practices like drinking, shopping, watching brain cell killing TV, and counting down to our next holiday. It might also be that we've found ourselves in an abusive or controlling relationship and we feel we have very little to say in what we spend our time doing. Perhaps we were brought up to always put the needs of others before ourselves, that they are somehow more important or worthy than we are. It could be all or endless variations of the above. Because of this societal conditioning, we grow up believing that we have to fit in with the majority in order to be loved, accepted, and respected. If only we were to learn earlier on in life that the opposite is true if we want all of those things from the right people, because they will love us for who we truly are. So we get used to suppressing our beliefs and our opinions. We adopt those of others and start living how others do. And when that doesn't make us feel good, we suppress those feelings. When we do this for long enough, we can even reach a point of feeling detached from our emotions and ourselves. Before we know it, many of us have buried decades worth of ourselves, our beliefs, our feelings, and are now experiencing the ramifications of doing so. Ramifications that are telling us that this is not how we're meant to be living. If it was, we wouldn't be blessed with free will and an emotional guidance system. These things alone tell us that we are here to imagine, create, and live a fulfilled life according to our true desires. And not doing so is what is causing us to feel bad mentally, emotionally, and physically. We are meant to take in the world around us and know how we as individuals feel about what we experience at a gut level. When we like something, we feel good, and this is our emotions encouraging us to experience more of the same and other things that make us feel this way. When we don't like something, we feel bad, and that is this same guidance steering us away from things and experiences that produce these feelings in us. When we ignore this guidance, we do less of the stuff that is personally good for us and more of the stuff that isn't. This leads to further negative emotions as we are not being, doing and having what makes us happy, and instead subjecting to ourselves or settling for things and ways of life which make us unhappy and stressed. These negative emotions are our inner guidance system's warning signs. When we ignore them, the body's biochemical stress response is triggered. If corrective action isn't taken, this can feel like a build-up of stress and develop into things like depression, anxiety, boredom, lack of fulfillment and apathy. It can then lead to further physical implications like a lowered immune system, allowing for frequent infections or viruses to occur, and the development of conditions like IBS, ME, CFS, fibromyalgia, long COVID and autoimmune conditions. It's actually generally accepted, even within Western medicine, that up to 95% of illnesses and diseases are stress related. And to be clear, what is meant by stress here isn't short-lived moments of feeling pressure due to certain situations. It's the state in which the body finds itself when that biochemical stress response has been switched on for too long. So it can be about feeling under extreme pressure for prolonged periods due to certain life situations, but it can also be a result of ignoring your inner guidance system and so suppressing yourself and your emotions. So what is the solution to all of this? Well, I'm about to tell you, and the two key areas to focus on to change all of this and to feel better emotionally and physically. By the way, if you find my videos helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your feedback is so important to me as it helps me to keep creating the content I know that you will find useful. Also, if you want to know more about the ways that I help people recover from chronic illness and anxiety, then check the links in the video description. Okay, we now know what happens when we don't follow our inner guidance. What category do you fit into? Chronic stress or anxiety? Lack of fulfillment? Boredom? Unhappiness? Depression? Chronic illness? Somewhere in between, or all of the above? No matter which it is, the root cause is the same, which means the solution is the same. When we learn to accept, love and be our true self by tuning into, trusting and following our emotional guidance system, the result is well-being. And there are two main areas that our inner guidance or our emotional brains are always trying to get us to focus on. Meeting your emotional needs, which include your physical ones, and dealing with anything that gets in the way of you doing so, like boundary and unfair treatment issues. When you learn what your needs really are and how to meet them with the right kind of balance and variety that suits you, you will feel emotionally safe. So this means that your nervous system can calm down and your body can self-regulate again. And this means that your symptoms can stop. Doing this often requires you to set boundaries with yourself and others, disallowing any unfair treatment towards you. I will be talking more about our needs, boundaries, and dealing with unfair treatment in future videos. But if you want to start taking action on this stuff right now, I can guide you through learning exactly what all this means for you and your situation and how to navigate it in order for you to feel emotionally safe and stop your symptoms. You can have a look at the different options currently available, which include one-to-one coaching and my online course, using the links in the video description. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.